How we doing? It's for a Galvan today, which will be the first video probably on the Camps and Galvans channel. How cringy is that? But anywho, so we're meant to go out for a camp tonight on Slieve Bearnagh, but there's a weather warning coming in, so it didn't really seem like a clever idea to go up in that. So it's meant to be a nice day to the afternoon, so I'm going to go out for a bit of a wander about. So I bumped into one camper in the car park there, on car park. So he was camping up in Lochshanna last night in his new Hillyberg Acto. So if you ever come across me, hello. And then there's two campers walking up Meal Beg. So not sure where they would have been camping, maybe down at the lock or something. But anyway, so I've came from that car park today, so I'm going to go out to here, which is Ben Crom, Ben Crom Mountain. So I've been out there 2 or 3 times before, and there's wee caves and stuff on the side of the mountain, so I'm going to go have a mooch around. Last time I was out I did find the cave, but I couldn't find the, it's like a wee lunchbox with a Geocache or whatever it is anyway. So I'm going to stick your name in the book. So I'm going to go try and find that. Get a bit of redemption. And then I'm going to try and follow the ridge out as far as Slieve Bearnagh, which I've never, well, I've walked out part of it before to the river, but I've never walked as far as Bearnagh, so hopefully going to tick that off today. So while it's clear, because you have to go out across the bog, so I call it the Bog of Doom. So you have to do that when you do the 7-7s, and it's bloody horrendous. And you always see someone that's went up to their waist in somewhere, like a sinkhole or something. So plus, if you are not familiar, it'll be tight enough for that navigation, like if it was cloudy and stuff. So I'm gonna head out that way now and then see if I can get it dry. Essentially, I'm in shorts today, so I'll see if I can get away with not getting caked. So yeah, we'll see how we get on in a bit, but anyway, that's where I'm heading. So this is the beginning of the bog, and hopefully it's been cold enough that the ground's a bit frozen, and hopefully it's dry enough that there's not a whole lot of water. Which would be nice, but I'm not convinced. It's very squidgy underfoot. The thing about the bog is there's no actual like path, so you just kind of have to wing it a bit. But there is a river that flows down, and you can jump across from side to side, but inevitably you will come across somewhere that you just have to take a leap of faith and hope for the best. And there's quite a few of those, like the big gullies, similar to what you would get on Slieve Bearnagh, but a lot more horrific. Oh shit. Okay, so that was my first thinking. So I went right in, up over my ankles. So I'm down at the middle as far as the Ben Crom River, so I'm going to follow that a bit as far as I can, and then cut off, and then up to here, Ben Crom. So my feet are absolutely soaked, drenched through. And as I say, I think my spare socks are in the car, which is a bit of a rookie, considering I'm doing this bit first. So I was always going to get wet feet. But the main aim today is to get to Ben Crom and Bearnagh. If I get those two done, I'm not fussed about the meals or Loch Shanna. That's it, just want to get out today, get the legs stretched, and avoid the weather that's coming in, which is early afternoon. So and I'm starting to warm up a bit, which is pretty cool. But it is a shame about not getting a camp tonight. I was genuinely looking forward to camping on Bearnagh. I haven't camped on it before, so first opportunity I will be back. Plus we've already camped in March, so at the start of the year the goal was kind of to get a camp in every calendar month. So I got July, August, September. I missed October, got November, December, January, February, March. I got April, May and June. So because I've missed October, I'm going to have to keep going to October, just to get a bit of a streak going, and then hopefully carry that through into next winter as well. I think I'm going to have to invest in a winter sleeping bag. Quill's good, like, but I was Baltic on the last camp, so I need to save up and invest in a 4-season yoke of some description. So yeah, I'll crack on. Let's find a path which I know goes on for a bit, and then I know I have to go off it again. The wee light airplane. That's my pilot guy, and he's off TikTok, seen him a few times. So it is. I'll give a wave. Hey. Little amuses the innocent. So I'm pretty much in the middle of the bog of doom. The bog of doom, that's exactly what it's called. As far as I know, I've never heard anyone call it anything other than expletives and the like. So this is the main route from Meal Beg, which is straight in front of you, and then around the side of Ben Crom to the Ben Crom Dam. So if you're doing the 7/7s in a circular route, you will have to cross this at some point. I've done it both anti-clockwise and clockwise, and I am getting PTSD as I walk along here in my wet feet, thinking about it. So it's pretty much, if you're doing the 7s, if you're doing this part of the bog, you're either halfway clockwise or halfway anti-clockwise, so you're kind of in the middle of your day. So for slower walkers like myself, that is kind of like, you know, you're 6 hours away from home or the car. So it is a nice spot, but it's rotten to walk on. That's Silent Valley down there. You can see the towers on Binion, and then Bearnagh the Beast, and just see the top of Mealmore, Mealbeg, Loch Shanna and Doan. So yeah, I'm going to cross it over here, I think. Lovely wee waterfall there. It's only small, but it's quite nice. I'm pleased to report I found the path that starts nowhere and ends at Ben Crom. And if you follow that path and try to get back to the mountains, you're not going to be able to find a path that keeps going. You will inevitably end up in the bog Why? I do not know. I've tried it before, and if anyone knows different, fair played. But I don't know any way of getting to Ben Crom and staying dry unless you're in the middle of a heat wave and it hasn't rained for weeks on end. So Ben Crom is probably one of the least visited mountains in the Mournes for that reason. But the views are probably one of the best. So I'll show you when I get up. But there's essentially a big cliff on the other side and drops away down into the Ben Crom Reservoir. And it's got serious views of all the hills. So on a clear day, there's Slieve Bearnagh, Slieve Bearnagh, Slieve Bearnagh, Cove, and Lammagan in behind. Actually, I'm mistaken. That's Lammagan in front, and then Cove Bearnagh must be hidden in behind there. So yeah, like it's got some serious views, and there's a good bit of exploring to be done. And so there's caves on two sides of it that I know. On the steep side, the cliff side, I've never been in the caves. I would like to. I'll not be doing it today because I'm on my Todd. But if it's someone with me, I know the gullies are quite steep. But I've seen at least 2 or 3 people. I've had videos up of them having lunch and stuff down there. So someday, if I can get someone to come up this way with me and do a bit of exploring, I'd like to find that cave. Anyway, the cave I'm going to go to today is just in there. And hopefully find this wee book and stick my name to it. There's a wee hole up through there. I'm pretty sure I've seen people climb up through that. So here I am down the side of Ben Crom, and then in here is the wee cave. So we shall go and explore and see if we can find the wee geocache. So that's a bit of a tight squeeze for a man of my stature. Should be tea light here. Wouldn't take it to be claustrophobic. So it wouldn't. Oh. This is a bloody nightmare. Came the whole way to find this bloody thing, and I can't bloody find it. Unless it's up there somewhere. Not very. Not very. So there's actually two. There's one just here and one here. What date's today? 2nd. And this one's called I don't know if you can see that or not. Jack Davison Memorial Cache. I've only got a torch on my watch today. There's all sorts of stuff in this one. There's like fucking lip balms and ropes and all sorts. Anyhow, I think this one has seen better days. This one's a bit wet. So the last time someone here was the 19th of March. Yeah. And I'm here on the 2nd. Oh, pen's a bit naff. Second of the 4th, 26. That's that one as well. Okay, as I'm in, I need to head back out now. Not very gracious, not very elegant. Let's be back out. And I'm in a bit of a cliff. So, climbing geocaches, geostashes. Very happy to have done that. Right. Okay. So I came from way down there. I went the wrong way. There's a bit of an easier way. The formations are class. Like that's just leaning up against that. So this is the top of Ben Crom. The Silent Valley, Ben Crom Reservoir. It's just class. You can see the wee bridge we go over. And I'll take you for some views on down. But it is class. How cool is that? It's definitely worth it. Like, I see the blue lock there as well. It is just class. It's coming up, there's our, I think there's a wee camping pitch just there. I think Alan's camped there. So it's beside the wee rock pool there that you could actually get into. So I just crossed the river there, from the top of Ben Crom there and heading towards Bearnagh. So this is the bit I've never done before, but you can see the pile of rocks. There's one here and they continue pretty much around. So I'm assuming someone has marked it out because it is very boggy and it's full of river, so a wee bit of jumping here and there, but that's quite cool. They're only maybe 20 feet apart and I can see a pretty steady stream of them. So someone's went a lot of work to do that, so whoever you are, I think I owe you a thank you. Unless I get my feet wet and then I'll be cursing. But anyway, no, that's very cool. So that's me pretty much on the top of Slieve Bearnagh now. And it's all clagged in, so I'm just in between all the tours. I just need to walk around the corner to the top. But it's very airy, very windy. And looks like no views will be had. But we'll still get there. It's quite a tight wee walk up there, to be fair. It's a nice walk. About 20 minutes ago I was roasting, sweating, and now I've had to put trousers and coat and stuff on. It's absolutely freezing now. I think it's going to be worse around the corner here, but I'm going to find somewhere at some point, put a kettle on, have a sandwich and relax. So Slieve Bearnagh, I have missed the clear weather and it is blowing a hoolie, freezing cold. So I'm going to get myself off and back down onto the path. It's just cleared there. Wow, what class is that? Now this is me off Bearnagh. Looks nice now, but it's rough, starting to rain and stuff, so I'm going to probably get drenched on the way back. So I'm not going to do the meals. I'm just getting on a bit and spend too much time messing about and taking photos and exploring and all the rest of it. So just going to head back to the car, but it's been a great walk. But I reckon I'm going to get a bit of a lashed and a windy one here now going back. So every time I come this way from Bearnagh back to along the path around the bottom of the meads, I always end up on the wrong path. And I've just noticed this wee pile of blocks, and I think it signals where I should turn right. I always end up on the left path, which is down low and not where I want to be. So this is the first time I actually thought I'd missed it again. And then I just came across that and I thought, I wonder is that, and the path to the right isn't even noticeable. But that's going to help me out a lot. So, thank you. That's another navigational thing I've come across today. So, there's very clearly people before me have had similar issues and they've come up with solutions. So as I walk back in the shitty rain and mizzle and the windiness, I'm a little bit happy now because I found the high path and a way to recognise it. I don't think I'll ever get lost again. So, not sure what's happened, but my Garmin watch is turned off. Dead as a doornail, no battery. Well, it appears anyway. And it happened, I noticed it when I was coming down off Bearnagh. So normally when I charge my Garmin, it'll tell me I've got 14, 15 days of a battery. I've done the 7/7s with it 3 times. I've done the Mormall with it. And it's not even drained to more than, I don't know, 50, 60% still left. So I'm not sure what's going on. I'm a bit annoyed. So the only thing different I've done today is I plotted a route because I was going somewhere where I didn't really know and I wasn't sure if it was going to be clear. So I plotted a route to follow. So in that case, if that's drained the battery, shame on you Garmin, because it only took me 3 hours to get to Bearnagh. 3 hours and I've got no battery. Like, I rely on my watch. Keep me right, keep my navigation, keep my timings, let me know where I am. If the cloud came in, I'd still know where I was. So I'm a bit annoyed. In fact, I'm very annoyed. Garmin, I owe you an apology. It's just dawned on me. I turned the bloody light on in the cave, the light on the watch, on the highest setting. I don't think I turned it off. That's what's drained the battery. It's the bloody light. My mistake. Very silly. Very stupid. But that must be it. Fuck's sake. Anyway, so kind of not maybe as annoyed now. Annoyed at himself. Not annoyed at the watch. It'll never happen again. Disaster. Back to the car, and it's pissing down now. So I think I got off a wee bit late because it's only going to get worse. So yeah, that was a great walk. Really enjoyed that. Never been that route before. Obviously just a shame about the Garmin, so I'll not be able to record it or anything, which is a bit of a annoyance, but it's my own fault. I blamed something I shouldn't have, and it was my light. Anywho, that is the first Gallivant video over, and I'm not confident that it's any good, so if you've watched it, fair play to you. That's a shout out and a half, and if you didn't get that far, you'll not know that I've said that. But anyway, yeah, happy days. See you in the next one.